attacking with authority inside.
Outside Curry. Over Fox. Curry, good. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Here's Curry. Back to the basket by De'Aaron Fox. Pass to Butler. Now here's Green. Curry looking it over. Can't connect from short range. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Castle. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes.
A bigger guard, 6'6" Castle, can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age. Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
It's Vassell on the wing. And a miss there on the triple. And it's the Warriors on the break. San Antonio with the rebound. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up. And it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
Now, here's Fox. Spurs working the ball around now. Back to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
And that one drops.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Wembanyama. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. Here's Moody. Inside. Here's Green. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Good. Castle's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Smart bucket by Castle. Get out and run.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, "I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun." You know, our kids' bedtime routines are important. It's the final signal for a job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A. Outside, Fox. Pass to Wembanyama. It's Vassell on the wing. Back to Wembanyama. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Here's Podziemski. Butler on the way. Elbow shot is on the way. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Yeah, you can't give Butler any room off that screen. Once he has that, you know he's going to let it fly.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He wants to talk to his guys.
Substitution on the court.
1:11 left to play here in the first. San Antonio leading by 6. Johnson outside. It's good from long range.
Keldon Johnson.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
There's a minute left in the first. Here's Curry. Rebound San Antonio. Here's Champagny. Looks for Paul. Hits it to him. Out left to the wing. Johnson outside. From past the arc. And it's Curry with the rebound. And here's Curry who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. They trail by 9 points. Johnson outside. Down low. Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
And Wembanyama throws it down.
Assisted by.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the Spurs. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all.
24.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Spurs team out there.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Curry can't get it to go. Spurs leading by 11.
Golden State foul.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim. Great D there. Just quick hands on that one. Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Paul surveying the floor. Pass to Sohan. Over Green. And it's Sohan missing. And it's the Warriors with the ball. 9-point game. Based on the last few decades, we've seen the three become more and more necessary for offense. Wondering if you think that's a good thing.
Well, it is, and teams not only understand the value of making a lot of three-point shots, but the threat of the three spreads out defenses and actually makes it easier for you to get shots at the rim. So the three is absolutely necessary to be a great offensive team in this league.
Quickly, is the arc too close? Should they maneuver that a little bit?
Well, the skill level is really, really high. I like the suggestion of keeping the arc the same all the way around, which would eliminate the corner three.
Spurs leading by 7. Here's Johnson. Rebound by Butler. Here's Podziemski. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Chris Paul picks up that
Second team foul.
break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Castle misses. Warriors trailed by 8. Curry with him. Out guarded by Fox. They double-team Curry. Here's Podziemski. Off target with his 3. The drive by Barnes. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
Oh, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
Outside Curry. Rebound San Antonio.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Spurs leading by 8. He takes it in. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The all-time leader in NBA wins, of course, the great Spurs coach, Greg Popovich. So here is a guy who's a peer. What makes him so special, Stan?
Well, first of all, Greg Popovich is not a peer of mine, Kevin. I would never be that presumptuous. This guy is an absolute icon in the coaching world. I think from the outside, I think what makes him so special is he's never looked at himself that way. He's never rested on his laurels. He's a guy that's always evolving and trying to get better.
I love that assessment, but I do think you're his peer.
Not in any way.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance. He saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. Of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect. To the middle. Here's Payton. And the layup's good off the glass. Payton's got his first points in this one.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint. Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
51 seconds left in the second quarter. Kuminga, no good. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Outside, Kuminga. Pass to Payton. Here's Spencer, defended by Paul. The deep 3 from Hield. The three-pointer, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Castle. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Gary Pinton.
Well, Castle showing his ability to create and finish when the defense overcommits.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half-court in time.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
And so it's San Antonio, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We come back right after this. And after a very lopsided first half. We'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Warriors trailed by 17. Here's Curry with the three. Barnes grabs the miss. There's the steal. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. The wide open look here for Fox. Offensive rebound, Spurs. Back to Barnes. The kick out to Fox. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Fox has got 9 points.
And that quick shot by Fox is something you know he has worked on religiously. Nice finish.
Pass to Moody. Trying to find Curry. He's got it now. And here is Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Green's got his second basket.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
Buries it down low. Green's got 8 here in the quarter.
And Draymond is smart at knowing when to shoot the ball, especially when he's got strong positioning inside.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Basketball. They double-team Curry. Outside Butler. From outside, off the mark. Spurs leading by 14. When it comes to players who like having fun, great Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kip, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Moody with it, and it's Vassell picking him up. Tries again. A rebound by the Spurs. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Fox from outside. San Antonio again missing. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Steph, perfection from the arc.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Pass to Green. Now Curry. Wembanyama with the rebound.
How'd that move work out? The important part is to get the ball in the basket, not to make the highlight reel. Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Butler on the way. Over Barnes. Butler, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Vassell, no good. Warriors trailed by 13. Right side Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. Nails it from deep. Jimmy Butler.
This is why Butler is so dangerous. He's not afraid to take any shot if he likes the angle.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
T-shirt time, Nation, get loud if you want one.
1:03 left here in the third quarter. Butler with the steal. Now the Warriors moving it up. Butler finishing at the other end.
How about the speed there from Butler? Just a knack for knowing where to run in transition.
On the wing, Barnes. Back to Paul. Out to the right wing. Champagny sinks the triple. Champagny's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Curry with the bucket.
Just shows you how impressive Curry's shooting ability is, that he can adjust for any distance.
And it's Paul missing. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. They trail by 9 points. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Butler. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the Spurs. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Right, fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Spurs leading by 9. Pass to Sohan. At the elbow, Fox. Here's Champagny. Tipped away. Butler with the steal. And here is Curry. Outside Butler. From downtown. There's a good screen. Shot clock at 5. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Curry's got 26 points.
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
And Stephen Curry with the foul.
First team foul.
That's foul number 2 for him. And the Spurs with possession. They led the game at 1 point by 20. To the paint. Sohan. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. And it goes on Draymond Green. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Spurs leading by 9. Podziemski grabs the board. Curry on the move.
And just so crafty on the drive. Curry excels at getting the D to hit him in these situations.
That's good from Stephen Curry.
And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier. And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. Now, Coach told his team, we're up. Take care of the ball. Don't give them the game. Playing smart basketball will clinch a victory for us. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Sohan.
First foul.
And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Second personal foul.
Dan, you know, you think about Jimmy Butler, and you and I are fans of his game. Talk about a guy who calls it like he sees it, though. My goodness.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Look, Jimmy's never going to hold back. He'll call out his teammates. He'll call out opponents. He'll call out the referees. This guy acts with no fear.
Just don't call out the broadcasters, right? We want to stay out of his range.
And he would have no reason to.
Exactly. Exactly.
A 6'6" Castle is a strong finisher inside.
Count that bucket.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
It's Fox with the drive. And it's Fox with the jam.
And one of the quickest players in basketball. Love watching Fox use that momentum to his advantage on the drive.
Here's Curry. A rare miss for him. Spurs leading by 8. Pass to Barnes. Back to Vassell. Right block shot. Green with the block.
San Antonio.
No matter what night it is, Green seeks to intimidate and more often than not succeed. And the next one puts him in the bonus.
So it's the Warriors now. Curry with it. And they get it back. Now Pajemski. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Barnes. And they're moving it up. Here's Castle. And there's the foul. It'll go on Moses Moody. That's foul number 2 for him.
Team scores.
Ripped away. Pass to Butler. Green with the ball. Covered by Barnes. And it's Green. Missing. Wembanyama left side. Barnes outside. Spurs passing it around. Here's Castle. Fires the 3. Again, the miss by the Spurs. That's a 2 from Butler. Oh no, stopping by that time.
And Butler, no stranger to these pressure situations. A big-time gamer who knows how to take over on key possessions.
It's Vassell on the wing. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Assist goes to...
Oh, why, thank you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. A 3 from Wembanyama. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
3-pointer.
That's 28 points for Victor Wembanyama. Pass to Green. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
And Curry isn't just a lights-out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates. Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Spurs.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Victor Wembanyama.
Well, he was all about the rim protection in this one. His defensive presence was felt from the get-go.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul. And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
Here's Wembanyama. Missed inside.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over. Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
The shot goes in as the ref calls the blocking foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Golden State basketball.
so it's